Hello, wrestling nerds. I am here with some packages. Not pro wrestling crates, but crates and envelopes filled with pro wrestling stuff. Figured I'd try something different. My wife has been encouraging me to do more different types of unboxing videos rather than just the crates. And I get pro wrestling packages in the mail, I don't know, probably like close to every day. And figured might as well, see what's inside of these boxes for a change instead of the other boxes. So and what's inside the envelope as well. So we're going to unveil all of these things to you today in this video. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do this guy right here, this envelope, a little backstory on this. There's a tag team in the UK. They're known as Hyperactive. It consists of Sapphire Reed and Anita Vaughn. They wrestle for Pro Wrestling Eve, Rev Pro. I think they just debuted in Riot Cabaret, not this show, but the show prior to that. Wrestled all throughout Europe, and recently are part of Bailey's camp thing that she did down in Florida as well. But really cool tag team. Been a fan of them for a while because I follow the UK scene probably pretty closely because I do follow pretty closely. And I big fan of them on social media as well. A few months ago, they had like, I can't remember exactly how it started up, but they had like a weird sketch that was just like the stick version kind of them, and like as like a fake kind of t-shirt thing, and people were like, "Oh, that's really cool. I would buy that." And then I was kind of making fun of like Sapphire's art skills, I believe is kind of how it started. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sorry if I am. But then they had the idea of, okay, they had fun, doing the drawing and making fun of that and saying that they should sell it. And then they came up with this idea of selling art, selling original Hyperactive drawings through Sapphire Reed's big cartel store. And so as soon as I found out about that, immediately I was like, I have to do this. And they were like, if you want a drawing of anything special, put it in the notes. And I literally just wrote down, just have fun with it, because I just wanted to see whatever their imaginations would have for this drawing. I've seen a few of them online. They've all been awesome. There's one of them like in space with aliens and all sorts of things. So we will see what's inside this envelope today. And it is a Hyperactive disco, and there we go. Hold this up here. It says this is us having fun. AV, the better singer and dancer. And then Sapphire wrote down in parentheses behind that, this is lies. And then they wrote down like lights and wrestling at the disco. And there's a little wrestling ring there because there's wrestling there. There's a karaoke machine. It's signed by both of them, and really cool little drawing here. This is definitely going to go up on a wall somewhere in my basement. I don't have a ton of wall space, but this is definitely going up with all the lights and the disco balls, and I like how they even made like the little music notes in there, and like maybe some like confetti or whatever, little twirly things falling from the sky. And that is an amazing drawing right there. I don't care. That's perfection. Dancing, little hands, really fun drawing. I will post a picture of that on my social media and obviously tag them as well, because that is it's good stuff. That is them having fun, and this was a lot of fun getting one of these. So very cool. And I love how Sapphire always draws her eyes green, because she wears like the green contact lenses when she's wrestling, because she's radioactive. So yeah, that's a fun little drawing. I also got in the mail a box from Hasttel Toys. They recently unveiled their first Regium figures. This is their Mattel size, their Jazzware sized line of toys. And at first when they first released them, like many people, I scoffed at the price tag because it was $120 for 2 wrestling figures. Just seemed a little out of my comfort zone. I didn't think that they looked bad or anything. I just didn't think that like $120 was worth it. Because that just felt a little steep. 60 bucks a figure felt a little steep. But I did, after they lowered the price, I was like, okay, well, it's the time to buy these, to check them out, to see what the Red Team figures are like in hand. I've heard good things. They look decent. The packaging is a little not my favorite. I get why they went with it, because it's probably pretty cost friendly considering this is pretty much how they package their regular line. It does come with this little note here. It says that it is, thank you for purchasing them, and the hands are snug in the wrist holes, and when interchanging the hands on the figures, that you should warm the hands and wrist with a hair dryer to loosen pegs and make them easier to change. I've heard good things about, I've heard people that have had no issues changing their hands. I've heard people that have just warmed them up. I think it's a good warning to have regardless. I won't be changing the hands on this video because I'm not prepared to do that. And I am just going to destroy this packaging now. And should have kept that scissors around. Let me grab that quick. Sorry for the pause. Scissor Me Daddy has to claim scissors here. And we're going to get out the Godwinns. I thought they would come out a little bit easier, but hey, I mean, they were very secure to the package, which is good. I was not, if you're like if you're a person that keeps your toys inside of their cages, these will stick to the card for sure. There's really, I wouldn't fear them coming loose unless like the U.S. Post Office was very manhandling of them. Then you probably have bigger issues. So here are the figures. Here's Henry O. Godwinn, aka Hog. I think my favorite thing about them was their initials being Hog and Pig. Of course, Phineas. What was Phineas's middle name? I don't remember. Phineas I. Godwinn. I don't think they said the middle name. It was just Henry O. Godwinn and Phineas I. Godwinn. I don't know why I thought they had middle names, but I mean they did. They had middle initials. We don't know what the I stands for. I wonder what the I stands for. So yeah, here they are in all of their glory here, and you know, holding them in hand, they feel really solid. I've heard good things. The joints are a little stiff-ski on Henry O. Godwinn's leg here. That's not necessarily a bad problem to have. It does have the got an ankle joint. There's lots of joints happening here. You got a mid thigh twist. You got the stretchy boy legs happening here, so they can do the splits and stuff, because the Godwinns are famous for doing splits. The shoulder joint, the elbow joint with the painted on elbow pad, and it's the what do you call it? The pinless elbows there. The hand actually kind of loops there. Not that that's a problem. It's just observation. And the head, of course, swivels as well. So lots of movement, and of course the chest, the Ultimate style torso, the Jazzware style torso, whatever you want to call it, is there as well. Yeah, really, really solid figure. The face maybe a little more cartoony than like Mattel or Jazzwares or whatever. It is kind of along the lines of just the Hasttel Toys faces, which are kind of they try to do the retro, the Hasbro style kind of faces, and it is kind of that on this figure, which is a little different than like Mattel or whatever, but a little less lifelike. But I mean, it's still pretty okay. Like in the grand scheme of things, that's not bad. The hat kind of fits on Henry's head. It looks good. It sits on his head well. It just doesn't really stay on there all that well. And of course, he comes with this bucket of slop, which does have some slop in there as well. So you can throw that on your Sunny figures if you have them from the bone crunching days. Doesn't. I guess the good thing about the hand is there's kind of some extra movement on the fingers there instead of just having it be like a closed kind of C-grip hand. It does kind of have, you probably can't tell too close there, it does kind of have the fingers kind of coming inward a little bit, so it does hold the bucket a little bit better than if it was just a straight hand. Oh, there's the hat went somewhere up there. It's down here. Anyways, so good figure there. The Phineas, kind of the hat stays on a little bit better on him. It kind of clicks a little bit better. Looks good on him though. Fits well. Just if you move him, you might lose the hat if it's not secured. And then of course comes with the horseshoe on the chain there, which of course was a staple of Phineas's. And if you have the bone crunching figure, you got that as well. Good stuff. I like these quite a bit. Like I said, the knee joint especially, you might need to warm that guy up a little bit to get it to move well. Otherwise, the joints pretty much all move pretty good. It's stiff, but like, so not really for, playability, but you're probably not buying these toys to play with them, to be totally honest. Like, you're probably not going to buy these for your kids for Christmas. You're not going to buy them $80 Godwinn figures for Christmas. So, yeah, overall, let me stand them here. You can't really, I need to move the camera. Stand pretty well. I think on Kyle Peterson's stream, I saw that he used a Jazzware stand to stand them on too, that if you want an extra stand, that they work with the Jazzware stand. So that's pretty cool stuff. Yeah, I think overall, these are a pretty big win. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little skeptical of Hasttel Toys doing the Regium line just because the name was weird. Hasttel's Toys, they've gotten better, but I don't really collect the retro figures. But I mean, people have kind of had mixed reviews on things. Some of them have turned out great, and some of them have turned out not so great. But I mean, it's a relatively young toy line in the grand scheme of things. Although they have cranked out a lot of figures, which is both a good thing and maybe a bad thing. But just because sometimes the more you're making, the lower the quality of each individual item could be. You might not have as much detail on things or whatever, but at the same time, there's a lot of toy lines that announce a lot of things, and then you just wait years and years and years before you get them. I just dropped the hands on the floor. I'll find those later. So overall, I think it's great, considering these were, announced 6-8 months ago or so, and they're in hand now. That's a big bucket of win to me. Other toy lines that have made that kind of the same figures, maybe a little bit more detailed, have taken a few years to come out. So it's all relatively speaking, but kudos to them. Kudos to Mitch and all of his people that he's got making these guys for him, because these turned out really well in the end of the day. So I will happily display these with my. I'm one of those people that likes to mix toys, so I will put them with my Mattels on the shelf, and I'm sure that might lead maybe to some questions, or hey, where did you get these guys? They made the Godwinns? What the hell? And then plug them up. So cool toys there. I also got from Ringside the brand new Ultimate Series 29. We got Dirty Dom Mysterio. I'm just gonna move the Godwinns out of the way here. Dirty Dom Mysterio. This is the second Ultimate of Dominic Mysterio. The first one, of course, was the WrestleMania look with where he wrestled his dad. And this one is his more current look with the mustache and the tongue sticky outy face, and just the Dirty Dom that we all love and or hate, depending upon how you feel about Dirty Dom. Overall, this was the figure that I was very much looking forward to this. I was a little, I got why they did the Rey Mysterio match, because that was a pretty pivotal match in Dom's WWE hood. But this was the Dirty Dom that, I mean, I wanted, I think everybody wanted, and especially considering that Dom came out right around the same time that, like, right when, like, this look was hitting its peak, and then we got, like, the old Dom look still, and it was just a little, like, oh, okay, well, then we'll have to buy another Dominic Mysterio, which is how they get you. I think they do that on purpose. Of course, he's got the full mullet happening there. There's the back of him. He's kind of got the La Parka chest happening there, which is pretty exciting. I'm sure many people will turn that chest into lots of different things, including La Parka. He's got the vest, or yeah, it's a vest, right? Yeah, he's got the vest happening here. He's got the t-shirt thing that goes around his waist that he always wears as well. With a wanted Dirty Dom shirt there, which I don't really remember this shirt, but I'm sure he definitely has it. So yeah, overall, really cool figure. I love the Ultimates line. I have pretty much all of them. There's a few that I didn't buy that are just like greatest hits ones that are just like slightly alternate versions or whatever. But I have all of the main, like, series of them. I've been a big fan of them since the beginning, just because I think that, I mean, really, in a lot of ways, not to be corny or whatever, they are the ultimate version of the figure, and I'd rather, that's kind of the version of the figure I want. I'm not one of those people that's going to buy every single elite figure of every single guy out there. I don't need every Roman Reigns and Cody and CM Punk and whatever. I want one or two really good versions of that guy, and I am totally happy, and that's why the Ultimate line really kind of appealed to me. And so yeah, overall, really cool figure. I'm glad they finally have, like, the whole kit and caboodle, that you can dress them up exactly how we know our modern day Dominic Mysterio to be. I'm gonna slap on a Turnquist Intercontinental Championship belt made by Turnquist custom fig belts, and throw one of those guys on them and complete the look a little later, and bring the IC title with me, because that would be too easy. But of course, you gotta stick the douchebag tongue sticky outy face on him just to complete the look for sure. But yeah, I mean, that's a really solid figure there of Dirty Dom. That is really the ultimate Dirty Dom, and that is, I really, like, if you are gonna buy one Dirty Dom, this is definitely the figure to get. So yeah, there's that guy, and then one more figure, quick. I know this is running a little late, but we got the Ultimate Umaga. I'm very excited for this guy. I don't actually have an Umaga figure. When Umaga was kind of hitting his popularity, that's kind of when I was in college and didn't really have money to buy action figures, and kind of stopped watching. I watched it casually. I hate the term casual watcher, but I kind of was a casual watcher. I would just watch when there's like a bigger show or something like that on. Yeah, really cool. He's got he comes with the tongue sticky outy face, which is great. The full Umaga experience happening here. He's got the necklace on as well. He's got the Samoa across the belly. He's got the big back tat there. He got tattoos on the sides. He's got the Umaga face on the tights. Of course, he's got the barefoot design like Yokozuna. Yeah, I don't know. I think that tongue sticky outy face is the winner for him. Of course, he comes with the Intercontinental title, which is great, because he was he was a Intercontinental Champion. I don't know how good his title reign was because I really, like I said, I really wasn't watching too much at the time. So I don't want to say he was a great Intercontinental Champion, but he was a really fun figure to watch. It was kind of I would see him a little bit here and there. I did enjoy the gimmick quite a bit just because it was a lot of fun. And of course, it comes with the normal Seagrip hands. He does have like a claw hand happening here, and of course he has because you need to have the Samoan spike hand as well. So that is cool that he comes with that. I'll throw the other. I like having one hand, at least one hand, be like open. I don't really like. Every figure comes with the C-grip hands, and I hate the C-grips. Obviously, in the case of Henry O. Godwinn over there, it makes sense because you need to hold the slot bucket. But I hate C-grip hands. I like this one here, just open, just like, I don't know, my hand's not really in a C-grip all the time. Like, that would be weird. So my hand's just kind of normal. So I do like when they just have open hands like that, because that kind of makes sense. And of course the spike hand makes a ton of sense as well. Overall, really super cool figure here. I love that he comes with the cloth thing around him. There's probably a technical term for this that I'm just too dumb to know. But love that he comes with that. Love that he comes with the spike. Great figure. Love that he comes with the IC belt too, just because can't have enough belts, right? So yeah, really cool line. Really got a lot of cool stuff here today. Love the drawing. It's fantastic. I can't wait to measure it and figure out what kind of frame I need to get for it. Got Umaga, got Dirty Dom, we got Phineas, we got Henry. We got a really good toy day today, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more stuff like this, let me know, and I will try to bring you more because I like buying things and I like talking about them, and it's nice to have a good sit down. And sometimes I let my packages pile up for like a week or two, and then it's a lot going on and I get a little overwhelmed. So this kind of helped me just get them all out of the packages and talk about them and play around with them a little bit. And so yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas if this is the last time I see you before then. Although maybe tomorrow, maybe Saturday, I'm not 100% sure. I do plan on doing another video, and I might be talking about, I'm going to try to block some of the people here. I might be talking about this. So we'll see. If that interests you, hopefully tomorrow I'll be recording it. So, all right. Have a good night. Bye.